Hi guys, Silva here, and welcome in yet another episode of I should be working on some legit content, but I don't want to, so I'm opening packages. This time it's yet another time a lot of simply a bunch of old toys that, from what I know, the kid simply stopped playing, so he wants to get rid of them. I bought them since I noticed few tiny things that I would enjoy, and I just noticed I'm opening it from the wrong side. This is some weird way of making a package. Chief couldn't have a better packaging. Just a yellow bag. So let me move this out of the way. And here we have a bunch of random old kids' toys that they seem to be sorted into baggies. So, okay, sorry for a tiny cut. I got a message and it turned off my recording. So let's start from this baggie. Whoa. And at the start we have one of the many Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebees. This seems to have fought a Crayola marker. It is fixable, of course. It just needs some magic eraser or maybe acetone. I really don't know which Bumblebee this is, since there's like hundreds of these. But I don't know, I like the concept of Bumblebee having like those golden frosters. Also, I really don't know if it's an original toy or a bootleg. After the 2007 movie, the amount of Bumblebees simply skyrocketed in the world. Man, am I too dumb to transform this? It should go like something like this. It seems that there are two hinges broken here. Oh well. I have a custom idea to make like a deluxe class RID sideswipe from a Bumblebee, since they are both Camaros, and in my fanfiction that I'm making, Transformers Generations S, I won't read 2001 Sideswipe to be his own character. He's like, he's simply, in that universe, Transformers, like, it's a lineage. They give themselves names based on their personalities, aspirations, heroes, or some way. And simply there will be a running theme of sideswipes, giving names to young, new Cybertronians. The same way I'm now writing a story where a sideswipe that has G2 colors, who is the brother of Sunstreaker, is going to die, and he will be giving away his name to sideswipe that based on the RID 2015 one. Oh, that's a weird leg movement. It's like some clunky pang. Oh no, it's a hinge. It hinges out from this part of the leg, and it's supposed to look kind of something like this. Probably there's a better way to orientate the... Oh wait, like this? There's probably a better way to orientate the wings, since now he looks kinda squeezed. But either way, this is our first toy. It's a really rough Bumblebee that will need to be cleaned a bit later. Next we have Step Strafe. I mean, Fast Action Butler. This is the third time that I'm having this mold. It simply appears really commonly here. I think it's because it was really widely available on sale here in Poland. So many kids have it in the toy boxes. He's like one of those simple toys, which whole thing is that if you spread out his arms and unclip his back, you move his leg together and this one's mechanism it's the worst from what I've seen. It still moves, but it's really tough. Next up we have Slug, also from Age of Extinction. It's probably also the one step, like one of the baby ones. I think he was also widely available. Oh, that's some pretty neat transformation. But I think that there is something broken here that's supposed to tab in the leg. He isn't that bad. He's pretty funny. Yeah, there's like a wonky leg here, but it's fine. A kid will enjoy this. Yeah, by the way, I have like the idea is that some toys from here and others will go to a Ukrainian refugee. There is a place near my school that keeps them, and I simply think that maybe if I can't find happiness in those few one steps or something, a kid will do it. So here we have Beast Hunter's Optimus. He doesn't have any of his accessories, and one of his that was pretty weird, and one of his ears is broken. That's not neat, but it's still nice. It's my first time experiencing this mold, since normally I never owned it, but I really like the Beast Hunter's Optimus Prime. True, it's kinda weird that only he got a new vehicle in the show, but I also understand it. Prime is already made on a shoestring budget, which all the character designs are way too over detailed to accommodate. So they probably done what they needed to do, and they could only give Prime a new alt mode. I like that they mention it, that it was designed for Mask, the other franchise that used to be owned by Kenner, but after Hasbro bought out Kenner, they simply absorbed all of their stocks and stuff. I personally really like Beast Hunters and like the concept, where they like all get upgrades in the toy line to specifically fight animals. It even inspired me kinda to like, I once thought up of idea of somebody having a toy line where you get like there's like 4 specific planets or environments, and from the whole group of characters you get them specifically with alt modes to accommodate that. So here is Prime in this like beast truck mode. He's missing all his accessories, but this is still a really nice truck mode. This could go for like a Motor Master or something, or turn it into like a Cybertronian mode for some beast dude with those massive chompers. Next up is, this is a Grimlock that was added to the Honey Nut Cheerios promotion. This Grimlock was one of the first things they saw about Read 2015, and you can clearly see that it's based on some earlier design sheets, since he doesn't have the eyes, he has a battle mask and not a face. But yeah, I remember that I used to own all of them, but I kinda gave them away to my friends. And at the end of the bag is, this is the Walmart exclusive Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime mold that is really known for simply going really loose in the hips. I already have this mold in some other, I bought it some time ago, like at least 2 years maybe, mostly since I really liked his weapon. it's like a gun that turns into his battle axe. In my opinion, it's a great idea, but this toy is simply too much clunk to enjoy it, and it really feels like something here is. Yeah, the transformation is like, I get what they want to do with transformation, but the execution is simply so awful, since the whole front of the truck ends as his backpack. Ugh. So yeah, this isn't the best deluxe class Optimus. Like, dude is fine, but before giving him away, I will for sure need to tighten up his joints a bit. Especially, it's a big issue with his backpack, since it makes it harder for him to stand. Unless he's like bowing down. Okay. Next up we have... Oh, this one was looking at me for a long time. It's Bloodshot's Jazz. As you remember from the last time, I opened some boxes from a kid that was selling his stuff. The video was like right here. I got Bloodshot's Leadfoot, and here is Bloodshot's Jazz. And I want to simply say hi to Brody Jixus and George Dean from Transformers Bot Posting. One loves Bloodshot, other loves Jazz, and I'm really happy that I'm like in this whole Transformers fandom thingy with you guys. Maybe one day I will do like a mega video about Botshots if I ever get some more, since I love Botshots. Next we have Cyberverse Commander of Megatron. This repaint is supposed to represent him like combined with Unicron, or like Legis Maximo arm, but it seems that his neck joint snapped. Ooh, that's also going to be some fixing. Wow. All over this toy kind of feels like a ticking time bomb, since it's goldish metal. Well, I don't know if this is the... Well, you know what? I think that it is a GPS-able plastic combined with a whole clear back. So yeah, I will for sure try to fix him up a bit. Even if he won't be able to transform, it's still cool to have a toy of this form. From what I know, there isn't a bigger toy released that represents Unicron combined with Legis Maximo. So yeah, this was like one of the reprints that I wanted to get, since it represents an iconic moment in the Prime TV show. Even though I still didn't watch Prime yet, just saying, I didn't watch Prime yet. Next up we have, oh wow, it's Prime Legion Soundwave. That's missing his whole right arm. Poor dude, Soundwave, what happened to you? Maybe if we look, I will find the rest of his bits here. Next we have Scavenger from Revenge of the Fallen, the Devastator set one. And man, he's missing a lot of parts. He's also missing one of his scoops, so I can't even do a proper robot mode. Sorry, I'm getting some messages. I'm recording all of this on a new phone, so I still kinda don't know how to work with it. Oh, here here he is in all his kinda crappy goodness. Of course, he isn't looking that well since he's really beaten up and missing a lot of parts. I'm personally like in love with Legion class Constructicons from the Revenge of the Fallen, since they simply managed to squeeze so much into such small toys, and from what I remember they were only like around 20 pounds. It was simply pure goodness. Here we have, oh, this is Legion class Starscream. This one is like, it's really easy to get, cheap. There's like 100 of these on the market, since he was released in this like weird subline that was like, it wasn't like even a line. It was simply reissues of Small Optimus, Bumblebee, and this Starscream. I have nothing strong to say about the Starscream. For me, he is going to be... I'm going to put him on my Bruticus, since I feel that this mold, it simply works well. True, it may not be the best to the scale, but it's simply nice to have a Starscream to sit on my Bruticus. Here, next is... oh, there's like one-step lockdown. Now, I know the transformation isn't that special, but geez, look at all the molded details they have here. Even this small screw in the middle, it kinda matches his stylization. So like, does he simply... how do you do your one-step magic, man? You simply squeeze? Yeah, I think in the idea it simply does you squeeze. And this isn't that bad. It feels like a really cheap car, like it's in a Hot Wheel way. But for a dude that transforms by a single spring, that's really cool. Also, the robot mode is really cool. Like, I'm sure that if you could remove all the car bits, you would at least have a really cool humanoid Roadman. That's a nice toy. That's a nice one step. Next up we have... what the fuck? They made like official Legends class Star Wars toys? Or is this a bootleg that like downsized everything? Hey, that's pretty cool. I think I will give this one to my dad. Since my father, he loves Star Wars. Especially like the parts 1 to 6. Well, maybe 4 to 6. That's simply his generation of Star Wars. And I think he will enjoy this. From what I remember, he already like gave him a TIE bomber that I once got on TF Nation. So like giving him this small Darth Vader, he will enjoy this. Next up we have yet another member of the Constructicons. It's... I think his name was Scrapper. And he seems to be complete. That's nice. I like this design too. He's like a scarecrow. Simply really tall, thin, with those like sheer arms. Can I transform him? As I mentioned earlier, the Revenge of the Fallen Legends class Constructicons, they were a really big deal, especially if you think about the times. It was like what, 2009 maybe? We didn't have that many combiners. They were mostly just constantly retooling Energon guys, which were like, they are fine, but I wouldn't... they are simply a product of their time. It's hard for them to... damn, how do you transform this? It's hard for them to like be compared to the toys of today. Releasing a Legends class, really tiny Devastator that still kinda show accuracy. It really took the balls. It really showed that Hasbro had balls to do stuff like that. Sorry, Scrapper, but I think I'm close, but no cigar. Sorry, I will need to look at this later. From what I see, I'm already like 20 minutes in, and the bag, we're not even halfway through. So this is probably going to be a long episode. I will maybe split it into.